Good morning. It's 9:35 on Friday, March 2nd, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. We have our first real sunny day here since I've been here on this particular trip, although I didn't use the previous balcony because the sun was shining right in my face, but on this one on the other side of the building, it's in shade, and now it's actually a little bit cold out here. But let me give you a little bit of this is the view. I'm progressively recording these, I think, a little bit later and later each day, just because we're staying up late. We're drinking some, so it becomes every morning this question of like, well, I could sleep in more. That would feel pretty good, but I'm also supposed to be writing. That's part of the idea of this trip. So up and at them. So I'm gonna make myself a little bit of breakfast, like oatmeal. Might see if there's still some hard-boiled eggs in the kitchen. What did I work on yesterday? Yesterday was a little bit of a slower day. I was starting or restarting a project that I did a little bit on a few years back, where it's kind of a pulpy adventure sort of thing with seaplanes and air pirates and that sort of thing, and it's kind of fun, and it's lighthearted in tone, and so I wrote a little bit on that, and it's going okay so far. Like I didn't get as many words on it, but that's all right. Just getting into the rhythms of this new project, and I have to kind of, hopefully today I'll be able to kind of really push it past the parts of the story that I kind of knew already, so to speak. Once I'm where I can actually be, coming up with the new story again instead of just writing down the part that I know. That's always where it's more interesting and exciting for me, is getting to the point of, discovery. That's what's great. As a there's the with Luna, it's a little bit of a no news is good news sort of thing. Like, she's the same. So, but at least as I get to the the second half, the last couple of days of the trip, it's less and less likely that I'll need to change something up. So I'm probably finishing the trip at this point, unless something takes a sudden turn for the worse or something. So that's that lets me relax a little bit more. Is that whatever I'll have to deal with her is still going to be there when I get back. But at the very least, there's less question of me having to suddenly arrange for changing airline flights and stuff like that, which, is a bit anxiety-inducing as a concept. And so making that probably off the table feels better. We had some fun last night. We played a little bit of 4-player Mario Kart, which is fun, and then there's a big long conversation about movie adaptations of books, and what are our favorite ones, and there's lots of good ones discussed, and it's a topic I find interesting. I'm always really interested in the process of adapting a story from one medium to another, just because, for example, with books and film, books are much better at having the character's inner monologue and telling us what they're thinking, and having that be a significant portion of the book, even if just what are the characters thinking about what's happening around them. It's harder for movies to do that, but movies can set up these action sequences and the pacing of them and have everything communicated visually in a much quicker way, and can make for a much more visceral experience. And so you can often get good pairings of adaptations that way. Oof, well, I'm glad I went 5 minutes because it is actually surprisingly cold out here. So I'm going to go back inside and I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.